Okay, I wanted to do a quick recording talking about conditionally loading assets. Assets are, so I created a test block. So if you create a block and you want to load style sheets or JavaScript, um, you only want those files to be loaded on the front end if someone's using your block. So that's what I mean by conditionally loading. So we don't want to load the files if the block is not used. So I created a test block, and this block includes a style sheet that colors it, and then it also includes just a simple JavaScript, and all it outputs is hola. Um, so then on with WordPress 5.8, there's a new feature that allows you to um, easily only load those on pages that use that block. So this is an index page, so it uses it. You can see the output, but also on this page, which does not use that block, you can still see the files being called. So here's a quick way you can use it. I just have my block is rather simple, and most of it's all just done on the PHP side. So I register the block using the standard block type, and for this one I'm using an ES5 syntax. So when I register the block, I specify the script and style, and these are the editor files that get loaded, and then these are the front end files that get loaded, and then they're just defined here. They're just a standard PHP or WordPress way to enqueue. So you register the files, and then it says for this block, these are the files that get loaded. So this is a standard kind of way, and you can use block.json if you're using ESNX syntax and using the block.json to load. This works also for that, the same feature. So the new feature in WordPress 5.8 is there's a filter. It's off by default. We may turn it on at some point, I'm not sure. But right now it's an opt-in. So you need to specify, if you specify this filter, so it should load separate core block assets and just do return true. And then with that specified, and then when you reload, this is an index page, so it's still using, loading both of them in. But now on this page, when I load it, it's not loading that JavaScript. And that's all there is to it now. Before, there was a little more complicated ways to do a render callback or some other things. And if you're just looking at an individual block, it loads it. So quick recap, specify your files to load in the register block type, either this way or using the block.json. And then specify this filter. And I'll have a post that you can look at for additional details and links. But it's a really nice way now, and you don't have to do quite as much complicated stuff, and it'll automatically handle loading the assets for you. This only works for 5.8, so you may, depending on what your block usage is and site usage, you may want to stick with the older method until 5.8 will release and be out. But it's a nice, easy way to do it now. All right, cheers.